Good afternoon, everyone. My topic for today is the government in precolonial Philippines, the barangay. The precolonial Filipinos live in kinship-based community known as the barangay. Most were small with the 10 to 30 houses each. However, larger communities consistent of 100 or more houses. The Tagalog word barangay came from the Malay word balangay, a sailing vessel commonly used from transportation and trading, sometimes referred to as barangay, binday, or barangay. Larger types of this ancient both could carry 60 to 90%. Early settlement. Most settlements in the pre-colonial Philippines could be found near coastal area along rivers and in well-watered inland plains where agriculture was primary source of livelihood. Rice was the main crop. Together with some fruit and vegetables, they also depended on fishing and raising livestock. Ordinary houses in barangays were usually made out of wood, bamboo, and nipa palm. Each house was separate and was not built adjoining another. Nobles or maginoo, consistent of community leaders and their family members, they held tremendous power and enjoyed rights not given to ordinary members of the community. Freemen or maharlika, as called by the Tagalogs, they were composed of freemen and some dependents who had earned their freedom. Dependents or alipin, among the Tagalogs, the dependents were either alipin na mamahay who had their own houses or aliping sa gigilid who lived with their master. Inter-baranganic relations. Relations between the barangay will conduct to build alliance and negotiation influenced these who established mainly through trade, while mostly communities were self-sufficient products were exchanged throughout the island. Trading occurred between barangays and other settlements beyond the Philippines archipelago. War between barangays. Disagreement and conflict were inevitable in the pre-colonial barangays. Wars usually occurred because of the three main reasons. One, when a man from one barangay was murdered from no reason in another barangay. Two, kidnapping of waves of men belonging to another barangay. And three, maltreatment of men from one barangay by men from another. There was very little no attempt for reconciliation of conflict during those times. People believed that the resolution of conflict was brought about by force, thus was occurred. The chieftain or dato. Each barangay was ruled by a chieftain or dato. The word dato is derived from the Malay word dutu or dotak, which of title used from the realities. Dato was mainly used in the Visayas and Mindanao regions, while the titles Lakan and Apu were used as counterpart in northern and central Luzon today. Datu is still being used from native realities in Mindanao along with the titles Sultan and Raha. Executive and legislative power. The chieftain possessed extensive executive and legislative powers. Laws were either customary or written. Customary laws were unwritten and oral passed on from one generation to another. These most of laws of the barangays. The written laws were made by the dato from time to time and if necessary with the help of his council of elders. Dato called from the council of elders or the barangay whenever he wanted to enact new laws. He would consult with us for the opinion of the council. The dato made the necessary rules and regulations that we immediately approved by the council of elders. Major and the minor crimes in pre-colonial barangays. Major crimes: murder, stealing, rape, incest, insulting, trespassing, witchcraft, irregulation act. Minor crimes: cheating, adultery, petty theft, violation of an oath, disturbance of the peace of the night, destroying properties owned by the dato. Judicial power, completing the function of the precolonial Filipino government. The Dato also served as judge. Along with the Dato, the Council of Elders was also involved as the jury. Conflict between different barangays were resolved by arbitration, where a board was composed of elders from neutral barangays.